Hi, I'm Bybreen Samuels and welcome back to another episode of Soul Stirring Astrology, where I give you my textured take on the world of astrology. Well, I'm taking you through this mini series on rising signs, and today I'm dealing with Cancer rising. So in your previous life, as you were coming to the end of it, you were having these deathbed reflections, thinking about the quality and tone of the life you have just lived. Now, invariably, it didn't match up to the image that you had of it, and it didn't really equate to the reality of it. Now, given that your Cancer rising in this lifetime tells you that you were Capricorn in the previous life. And so with Capricorn on the descendant, there's a strong indication that you were somebody who was deeply focused on your career, your professional standing, your public standing, wanting to be seen as a leader, an authority, wanting to be recognized for the accomplishments that you brought to the world. But in doing so, you denied or you had the inability to take care really of your own emotional needs, but those of your family members as well. And so born into this life, Cancer rising is very much beckoning you, calling you towards focusing on your inner home as well as your literal home around you. And so here the invitation is towards learning how to nourish and nurture and be emotive, supportive, compassionate, protective and loving to yourself, answering those emotional needs, but also providing that for your family, because in your previous life there was this real disconnect, an inability to really deal with emotions. And when we think about the word emotions, we've got E, then we've got motions. And so therefore emotions mean they are meant to be moving forward, transforming and evolving. And with Capricorn, there's this kind of stuck retentive energy. With Cancer, the invitation is to be far more free-flowing with your emotions. Now, both Cancer and Capricorn are cardinal signs, which means that there's this strong sense to take action. You are initiators. And so with Cancer rising, don't be passive in terms of how you build or you develop that emotional muscle. It's about how you lead your emotional development in this lifetime. Now, in terms of the MC, you will either have Pisces or Aries on the MC, depending on where you were born. Now, if you have Pisces on the MC, there's a sense of being slightly confused about the career you could be interested in because you're not particularly ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what will come through is this sense of continuity and wanting to feel part of a successful team that you feel that you could contribute towards. That's going to be very appealing to you. In terms of careers, the travel industry might be of interest, as well as the charity industry. You could be a fundraiser, for example. You could also be somebody who is attracted to the alternative healing industry. So if you're Pisces MC. If you are Aries MC, then you're far more definitive, because you have Aries, which is a cardinal sign, as well as Cancer, which is a cardinal sign. So you're very action orientated, very directional. And if you've got Aries on the MC, it's ruled by Mars, so it's very Martian, very action orientated. So there won't be any sense of confusion. You'll be quite directional. Now, with Cancer on the ascendant, there's this very soft appearance that you give to the world, but actually with Aries on the MC, behind that softness is a real sense of being strong-willed and self-determined. And so the types of careers that could be appealing to you could be around politics. You could be a politician or a local ward councillor. You could also be attracted to the armed forces. You could also be attracted to being a diplomat. And so here, because you're able to present this very engaging and sociable face, but you're also able to articulate yourself, put your point of view across, be able to debate and negotiate your way to get your voice heard. In terms of a partner, that could be your life partner, loving partner, as well as your business partner. You could attract somebody who's Piscean or Arian or Capricorn. Now, what you're looking for here is somebody who's stable, solid, quite conventional, but somebody who you're able to build a sense of security with, somebody who you could feel quite safe with in the world. You know, your relationship, now that the focus is around emotions and emoting, you want to have somebody who's able to receive that, and whatever you share in that way is able to be cradled in a solid container, because we've got Capricorn, and Capricorn is Earth. So that gives you an indication as to if you are Cancer rising. So what if you don't know whether you are Cancer rising? One indication could be that when you wake up, you're somebody who tends to drink lots of water, because Cancer's the crab, so you're living in the world of water. Or you're somebody who has a strong desire to find out how your family members are doing. So it could be your literal family that you live with in your home. You know, are they okay? You're checking for their well-being. Or if it's members of your family who are outside of your home, you want to be connecting with them as well. So that gives you an indication, if you are Cancer rising, what to look out for and some of your character traits. And the key lesson for you really is about learning how to be vulnerable. In your previous life, very Capricornian, so you didn't show that, but Cancer requires you to be vulnerable, to need, to be needed, to feel, to care, and to be cared for. Because in showing your vulnerability, what this will lead to is your own sense of inner strength. And there is so much strength in vulnerability. I'm not Cancer rising, but I learnt the lesson of learning to be vulnerable. That first came to me about 20 years ago, because I didn't know how to be vulnerable. But there's something really beautiful in knowing how to be vulnerable, because that's where your power lies. Okay, that's it. If it resonates with you or not, I'd love to hear your comments. Put them in the comment box below. Feel free to share this with anybody in your network. And you can also like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like an astrological consultation with me, drop me an email at bybreensamuels@googlemail.com. Until next time, when I will be bringing you Leo rising, enjoy the rest of the weekend. I will either deliver that tomorrow or on Tuesday. Until then, bye-bye. Bye.